Good afternoon, St. Joseph School families. Happy Friday, happy Spirit Day here at St. Joseph School. A couple things I wanted to speak about today as report cards come home next Monday. Now, this year, just to give you a heads up, we have some things that are different about report cards release. First of all, we are going to print all report cards on paper this year, have our students view them, and then send them home. So that is something that's different from the last 2 years. We internally discussed this as a staff, and one of the things that we liked is we like the idea of students being the first one to see their completed report card. We also found that with it being posted online, not everybody was viewing the report card, so we love the idea of seeing it on paper. There will be a signature sheet for you to sign and send back to school indicating that you've seen the report card, but look for those coming home on paper on Monday. They will still be posted on Educate on Tuesday and afterwards, so you can always use them for reference. Secondly, if you have a student in 3rd through 8th grade, you'll notice some format changes to our report card. First of all, you'll notice that they're a little bit smaller, and we've actually taken out a number of rows that we weren't using that were kind of there for informational purposes, but were not being used and filling spots in the report card. The other thing that you'll see is that it actually fits into less pages. So like the 4th and 5th and 3rd grade report cards, some of those actually fit on just one piece of paper. Middle school ones are a little bit longer. So you'll notice that change. Secondly, you'll notice for specialist grades, we've changed the grading scale for those. And so it's a 4-3-2-1 scale. Well, why did we do that? Well, we were noticing that in specialist classes, there's not many tests, quizzes, homework, or those sorts of things. So it's harder to have enough grades to base an A or a B or a B plus on when you're giving grading. So since most of those classes that meet once or twice a week rely a lot on class participation, the grades change to reflect that. So a 4 means exceeds expectations, a 3 means the student meets all expectations, a 2 means we're progressing towards those expectations, and a 1 means we're not meeting expectations. Now, quick word to the wise, 3s are very, very good grades in specialist classes. Do not panic, do not get concerned over 3s. 4s are designed to be rare things where we've really, really gone beyond in each class. The other thing that you'll notice too is the same things in play with learning behaviors. We have learning behaviors in each of our grades from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade, divided by subject and different things that are assessed on. As you see those learning behaviors, 4 means we are consistently meeting that behavior and hitting that standard. 3 means frequently, and 3s are very, very good. Anything that's a 2 means we're sometimes hitting it and we could work on that, and 1 means there is more work to do on it because we're rarely meeting that learning behavior. As you notice that, take a look at that. Again, don't be worried by 3s that you see either in specialist grades or standards grades or as well with learning behaviors. 3s are good signs. It's kind of like sometimes if you take back a test and you take a test and you immediately look and say, oh, how did I do? Oh, I got a 95. What's the first thing a lot of students do? They look to, well, what did I get wrong? Don't look at that on report cards. Report cards are a great way to have a good assessment of how the school year's gone so far. Keep in mind, they're one snapshot of information, just like our standardized test scores, just like the parent-teacher conferences that you've had, and just as your experiences learning about how your kids have been learning this year. So have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week on Monday.